Rumors are swirling that 50 Cent may have played a behind-the-scenes role in the arrest and imprisonment of Boosie Badazz, with insiders claiming he allegedly provided the feds with crucial proof of criminal activity, a claim still unconfirmed but hard to ignore given the rocky history between the two. While these allegations remain speculative, the possibility alone has set the streets and the internet ablaze, with fans and industry watchers trying to piece together whether 50 really helped bring down Boosie, or if this is just another case of the rap world's rumor mill spinning out of control. Boosie's arrest itself was already headline-worthy. The day he was taken into custody, the scene outside the courthouse was a mix of chaos and heartbreak. Fans gathered in disbelief, shouting messages of love and support, while reporters shoved microphones at anyone who might have the inside scoop. Cameras flashed, phones recorded, and somewhere in the middle of it all was Boosie, surrounded by officers, his face a blend of frustration and resignation. The charges were serious, the sentence even more so, and the world braced for another chapter in the long saga of one of rap's most unfiltered voices. Please do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now, let's get back into the video. At first, the arrest seemed like just another collision between a controversial artist and the law. Boosie's career has been peppered with legal troubles, some of them stemming from the rough environments he grew up in, others from his refusal to bend his personality to fit a safe public image. But as the days passed after his sentencing, whispers started circulating. Whispers that pointed not to random law enforcement targeting, but to someone on the inside, someone with influence, someone who might have personal motives. Enter Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, known for his razor-sharp business instincts, ruthless wit, and zero tolerance for disrespect. 50 Cent is as famous for his beefs as he is for his music. He's dismantled careers with meme, embarrassed rivals with a single Instagram post, and turned personal vendettas into public spectacles. But even for someone with his track record, the allegation that he may have tipped off federal authorities about Boosie's activities is something else entirely. So where did this theory come from? According to people close to the situation, certain pieces of evidence that the prosecution presented seemed too specific, too detailed, and too perfectly timed to be coincidental. Some fans argue that this kind of information could only come from someone either deep in Boosie's inner circle or with enough industry connections to get their hands on it. And 50 Cent fits that bill. Over the years, the tension between him and Boosie has been well documented. Snide comments in interviews, social media shade, subtle and not so subtle digs in their music. They both publicly mocked each other in ways that showed there was no love lost. Then came the kicker, a mysterious online post just days before Boosie's arrest. On one of his social media platforms, 50 Cent dropped a cryptic caption over a photo that read, "Sometimes you gotta let the wolves eat each other." While it was never explicitly aimed at Boosie, the timing was uncanny. To some, it was just 50 being 50, posting cryptic, clickbait messages to stir conversation. To others, it was the equivalent of a victory lap before the news even broke. The rumors really caught fire when an anonymous insider claimed to have overheard a conversation between a well-known industry manager and a federal contact, in which 50 Cent's name was allegedly mentioned as someone who had helped facilitate the investigation. Whether this was fact or pure fabrication, it spread like wildfire, picked up by YouTube gossip channels, Twitter threads, and hip-hop blogs desperate for clicks. Boosie himself has not directly accused 50 Cent. Not yet, anyway. But in a live stream just after his sentencing, he did say something that made ears perk up. The streets ain't the streets no more. People you think wouldn't fold be the ones to hand you over. He didn't name names, but in the comment sections, fans were already filling in the blanks. If the rumors are true, and again, that's still a big if, the implications are enormous. It would mean 50 Cent took a personal rivalry to a level rarely seen, using legal channels instead of lyrical ones to settle a score. It would also add a new chapter to the evolving story of hip-hop beefs shifting from diss tracks to real-life consequences. For some, that's just the cost of disrespecting the wrong person. For others, it's a betrayal of the unspoken code that governs the culture. From 50's perspective, if he did play a role, it would almost certainly be strategic. This is a man who turned street knowledge into boardroom success, who's navigated everything from music to movies to liquor brands with a calculated approach. Taking out a rival by legal means would be cold, yes, but also effective, especially if it sends a message to anyone else thinking about crossing him. But there's another side to this story. The possibility that 50 Cent is completely innocent in all this, and that his name is being used as clickbait in a world where his reputation makes the rumor believable. After all, he's had dozens of high-profile feuds, and the vast majority never resulted in legal consequences for his opponents. In this version of events, the theory about him helping the feds is nothing more than gossip. Rumors are exaggerated by 50 Cent may have played a behind-the-scenes role in the arrest and imprisonment of Boosie Badazz. The fact remains claiming he allegedly provided the feds with crucial proof of criminal activity, not publicly denied. Claims still unconfirmed. The silence alone given the rocky history between the two. In the absence of clear facts, while these allegations remain speculative, the internet would do what it always does. The possibility alone has set the dots and the internet or imagined. With fans and industry watchers trying to piece together whether 50 as the days pass down Boosie, expect or if this is just another case of the rap world's rumor. Someone will claim to have DMs. Boosie's arrest someone else will leak an audio already headline worthy. There will be photos. The day was taken into screenshots. The scene outside the courthouse was a mix of chaos and heartbreak. Fans gathered in disbelief. 50 will likely keep doing what he does best. Watching chaos shove microphones, occasionally dropping sarcastic posts to keep everyone cameras guessing, flashed and never confirming or denying just enough somewhere in the middle trending. Boosie, surrounded by officers, his face a blend of frustration and his legal team no doubt working behind the scenes to challenge parts of the sentence even more so. If he ever comes the world brace for another chapter, and the long saga could explode into most unfiltered voices, one that might not forget to like the social media. Whether 50 Cent is guilty of tipping off the feds, if you want more updates simply like guilty of having a reputation that makes it easy to believe he could. One thing for sure, the arrest seemed like just another collision between not forget any time soon and the law. The lines between Boosie's rap careers, personal vendetta, and legal warfare have never some of them stemming from the rough environment. And as a culture watches, the question remains: refusal to bend his personality, pull off the coldest move of his career, safe public or is he simply the latest victim of the game's endless rumor cycle? Whispers start circulating. The truth remains in shadows, pointed not to random law somewhere between fact and fiction, but to someone on the inside, public opinion, someone with influence. Both men are still very much on trial. Someone who might have personal motives. Enter Curtis 50 Cent Jackson, known for his razor-sharp business instincts, ruthless wit, and zero tolerance for disrespect. 50 Cent is as famous for his beefs as he is for his music. He's dismantled careers with a meme, embarrassed rivals with a single Instagram post, and turned personal vendettas into public spectacles. But even for someone with his track record, the allegation that he may have tipped off federal authorities about Boosie's activities is something else entirely. So where did this theory come from? According to people close to the situation, certain pieces of evidence that the prosecution presented seemed too specific, too detailed, and too perfectly timed to be coincidental. Some fans argue that this kind of information could only come from someone either deep in Boosie's inner circle or